Let us continue playing Darkest Dungeon, where I am preparing something. I haven't actually done this yet, but I believe we are going to go and attempt the Hag. My plan, and I've kind of implemented some of this, is to go with Tofu Boy the Hellion, and you'll note I've included a fourth camping skill here. Battle Trance, which is plus accuracy in position, plus 20 damage in position 1. Has the Iron Swan, which does the most damage possible. Has the Wicked Hack, which can get people out of trouble. Fortunately, yeah, it kind of needs to be in position 1, but that's not the end of the world. Second for consideration is Mr. Snoopy, who now has Tactics, who can increase the dodge level of all people here. If we then move on to somebody like, probably not Holland, he's probably not accurate enough. But if I have somebody, an Arbalist perhaps, in the 4th row, Lost Navigator would do for that. Do you have any dodge boosting things? This is what I'm looking at here. Are there any further dodge boosting things that I can do? Self only, yeah. I don't really want to take anybody who's going to be useless in the front row either, so it probably will be Bertrador here. But I don't see anything that's going to be massively helpful there. So yeah, Bertrador can be in the front row anywhere, so I'm thinking here we take a party of Bertrador, Tofu Boy, Snoopy, and somebody for the back row, and possibly Newbunkle's a contender for this. Wield Night Owl if his torch is low. How if we had Human Killer or something like that? Because I'm fairly certain the Hag is Eldritch and Human, possibly. Double bonus to Warrens, which is a shame because we want to go to the Wield. And then maybe somebody else. Maybe even you, because of course we would have the finale to move you back. We'd have Stress Heals, Speed, Accuracy, and Crit Chance. All of which could be important. And what else do we have here? We have Turn Back Time. One companion, plus accuracy, plus crit. You see, I've got a party that could possibly just stack the bonuses onto Tofu Boy, who can Iron Swan the Hag to death, preferably before somebody dies. And if somebody is in trouble, we have Bertrador, who can do a lunge attack. We have Snoopy, who I think doesn't have an ability that moves him at the moment, which is the only downside, but does have a bolster, so increased dodge chance. And can be in any of the front 3 positions and still cast that boost ability. And Retribution's up as well. You see, this is not a bad party here, and I think actually having Crockery in the back might not be such a bad plan here. You can even Dirk Stab from the back. You can't Harvest from the back, though, of course. What could you not do in the back row? I mean, you wouldn't be able to do is Pick to Face, but it doesn't matter in this case particularly. This would be an okay party to have a go at. Let's have a go at this. So I think what the plan is, we're going to level this team up. The downside of that is I don't think we got enough experience points in the bank to do it to everybody here, so Crockery may be replaced by somebody. But we can get all these up to level 4, and then this is the party I'm probably going to deal with the Hag with. So, we have extra abilities unlocked. Let's see if we can test some of this out. I think what we want to do here is we want to go to... Yeah, we'll go here. We'll see if we can go to the Warrens. We have bonuses galore with Tofu Boy at this stage. Head there, take advantage of what we can. So, unequip, sort, and ignore the Help It. And again. I think we're going to do our usual trick of the head and the box. So, extra damage, more box. I do probably want to cure soft as well, actually, so that if we don't suffer too bad in terms of stress, we'll get rid of soft, unless it gets traded out for something in the meantime. And we'll continue on from there. You... plus 40 to stun skills. You actually don't have a stun skill, do you? No, and you don't have a move skill either, so that shield is more useful for our other Man-at-Arms than this one currently. We do, of course, have the Crescendo box, which puts your damage up to 9 to 15. Could potentially be interesting. I could then even give you... So the stress boost is negated. Have additional dodge, have additional speed and damage. That's potentially usable. Right, our Jester has a number of options here. Plus 2% crit chance. Unfortunately, that's gone down slightly because you missed a spot, but fair. Actually, we'll go and quickly see if we can upgrade you slightly. But we'll give you... Let's not give you that, actually. Let's instead give you the Sun Cloak, and then let's give you the... Scouting? Do I want to hold off on that? I'm not sure. We also have a lot of things I can probably actually sell off. In fact, we have a load of things we can sell off, but honestly, I'm keeping most things out of just habit. I really don't need them. Yeah, so accuracy boost, dodge boost, slight stress increase, but we'll take the extra dodge chance as well. Because that's the other way we can beat the hag, just dodging all the attempts at being put into the pot. Definitely has legs, that plan. In the meantime, we'll give you the Scout Stone. So a slight accuracy penalty. I've got an accuracy... Oh, it's because the yips are still on you. Okay, so we've got a couple of things I need to cure, really. But let's see how bad this gets, because it might end up being worse before we get there. So, let's boost the crockery up a bit. We want your Dirk Stab from the back to be effective. We want your Harvest to be effective. We are probably going to boost Finale. Also going to boost your stress heals. So stress heal of 13. Half damage to a target and retreat, which would be nice if you got hit by the if you got thrown into the pot. Might not save you from being thrown in the pot again, but you know. So I think the Warren's Adventure is not a bad way to go here. We of course have the Siren, but we'll ignore that as well. Plenty of people left. Plenty of chances to lose everything. Let's double up on all of the things. Nice double stack of food and a goodly amount of torches. Okay. Embarkation. So this is my hag killing team, and we kind of hope that it will at least go through the Warrens without any problems. We'll see, though. If you live for risk and darkness, by all means, bring few torches. No, our temps live for fit riches and darkness. We live for just getting through this and getting to level 4 and hopefully being able to deal with a hag at the end of this.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Quite so. So looking at this, I might as well go up and round. I know we'll have some scouting opportunities as we go. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to know which way is best, but for the moment we have surprised a group of things. So hash for death.
Advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay, that's dodged. That's the one downside of that ability. It does cause that to happen, but I can do this now. Lunge. Bolster. Okay, dodge, dodge. Right, so let's go for a harvest because we know it's going to be lethal to that now.
Is broken. Maintain
Extra bleed
the
damage.
offensive.
Full bolstering. Which is a lovely ability to have, by the way, just at the back here. Especially as we are getting, as I mentioned, this is why we want him in the hag fight, not really even for the damage. We can forgo the damage to a large extent.
Destroy them all.
We will put you back here, though. A lot of rearranging, but this is why I like this setup against the hag. We've got always, as long, really the Hellion is the only one who's really fixed to her position, but all the hag does is bring people forward. You have an inbuilt ability to go backwards. Everybody else has inbuilt abilities that will work regardless of where they happen to be. So, I'm thinking that's all good. Right. Torsion in.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
No encounters thus far, no scouting reports. Did I actually bring the scouting stone? Yes, I did. I'm sure there are better items I could be taking with me, but honestly, I do feel the scouting stone is always worth it. 32 dodge. That's why we have 32 dodge. Torsion in. And we have a hulking Swinosaur, which I am partially intrigued by. 40% protection, high level of resistance to everything but bleed. Well, it wasn't the best way I could have really fought that. That was probably the way to do it. Alright, go for the bleed damage. Iron Swan, 34
as
crit.
the enemy crumbles.
I will feast on your heart. Do I set up the retribution now? I think we set up the retribution now. Marker post. Resist both, which is nice. You take some bleed damage. Pig Spear, which is dodged. And riposte. That's why we love that ability, actually. Right, now you've moved there. That means we can attack both. So we shall continue to do so. Could go for further retribution, but I think we're going to go for the increased dodge chance here. Now we know he has an ability that will tag everyone. More bleed. Hack. Only 7. Trot retreat. Okay, so he's more a retreat, charge, and stab. Okay, so that's nice little... We know what he can do now. What we have, though, is a ridiculous amount of dodge going on. Unfortunately, that will only hit you for that, so I might as well try the darts. It's a low chance, but it does lower his blight resistance from that as well. Put some further bleed damage on you.
The
5
ground
crits.
quakes.
14 damage to you, or I can do a lot of damage to you, or I could try and break through, but that's going to cause me... Actually, we'll go for the stun. Worth remembering I have that sometimes. Okay, and Retribution's not currently active, but there's no need for it to be active. So I might as well just crush. We can Retribution in the next round. We still have speed boosts going on for a couple of rounds, so we should be still faster than them. Okay. Trying to work out whether it's worth doing any more. I think we'll just apply a little more bleed. If that does work, I think that is lethal. 9. Not quite. This might make it lethal. No, only 2 for 2. Still, we'll go with that anyway. Set the riposte. Lunge 5 to 11, lunge 6 to 13. That's got a good chance of killing you. It didn't, as it turns out, but I did bleed damage.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
Okay, I'm loving this party.
Be wary.
The Bone
Triumphant
Altar.
pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Now, will this make a good thing or a bad thing go away? That item had no effect. You are infused with great power. 15 damage, plus 10 accuracy, plus... You didn't need any more damage, but dear God. 11 to 22 you're showing now. Okay, 1 encounter then. And we'll start a light for it, so all is good. A load of maggots. Breakthrough.
As the fiend falls,
Hoping that would do a little more, actually, but
blossoms.
doesn't matter. Flashing daggers.
Masterfully
Double kill.
executed.
I'm done with you. Hardly. Well, we know there's not an encounter coming up in the next room, otherwise I would take it. I also forgot to rearrange the party last round.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Well, we certainly have the momentum at the moment. That has really not been a problem for us so far. The downside will be if we encounter something like the Collector anytime soon. And now that I've called his name, we will of course encounter him. Double Curiosity is better than an encounter at this stage. We don't have a lot of loot going for us at this stage, and this will allow us to explore deeper into the thing. Right. Occult Scratchings. Now I want to improve you, so let's try it. Oh, I forgot. Yep, I forgot that one again. Alright, minus 20 dodge until camp. That's one that's one I should know about. I've done that before. Oh well. We're still in Radiant Light. We now have a new scout report. Quite happy to find some secret doors, but not yet. Right, we'll head over there, deal with this one. Because we are allowed to miss one. In fact, if I go to there, and back around, that means we definitely got them all. In fact, I probably won't even need to do quite that many. Hunger strikes, but that's all good for us. Wins. Bit later. By God's light and dark, I hope this liquid has some kick. You don't want that liquid. Thankfully, it didn't do anything bad to you, but good to know you have those sorts of curiosities available to you.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Shame though, because we could have got
purpose
some
is made
extra
clear.
food and loot out of that. More scout. Okay. We'll head to the rune battle then.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And we're really not doing well for loot.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Okay. What are we up against? The drummers? Okay. Flashing daggers. These two are also in the wrong position, I've just realized. Iron Swan. But you can still dirk stab from back there, so one down. And you're back in position. Maybe that's the better way to start with them, I don't know. Okay. Let's go for a crush on you. Should have gone for something retribution-y, but doesn't matter, you dodged. Ball and chain for 5. And it's done. Okay, round 2. Drums of Doom. Very light stress going on right now. Alright. Could go bleed, but I think the better way is to just make sure of a kill here. Oh, actually, no, I can't because I have to use. Actually, I can go ahead of Man at Arms. That's fine. Securing the kill is absolutely fine. I can now go Retribution Strike on you. You we shall cure, and then we shall go for an Iron Swan. But you got 4 for 7. And unfortunately, 3 points of bleed damage.
A singular strike.
Quite so. Fortunately, resisted the blight effect. Here, though, we can hack. Got a chance of being lethal, and it was. Right, we gained some loot.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Alright, up we go to there. And we'll let the torch run down because we are about to go and... I was about to say, if you were going to do that again. Unfortunately, I've used all my bandages up. Who's got the highest bleed resistance? You've got 70. 70. Don't imagine you two will be any better. Alright, Man at Arms. You resisted it, though. Hunger strikes, but that's fine. Okay, I guess we're camping. No scout reports, so camp it is.
circle in the dark.
Really
The battle
not
may yet be won.
The most stress I've got is about 8. In fact, it is 8, so I can just afford to go for the heal here. I don't need to overfeed us here. Next up, some skills. So, first off, this. 10 dodge, free critical chance for 4 combats. Yes, please. Also, weapons practice. Plus 10% damage, plus critical bonuses as well, which has a chance of it. And I think we'll put you into a battle trance. So, plus 10 accuracy, plus 20 damage if in position 1. Does anybody have a one-shot use? But this is kind of what I was thinking when I was sort of building the party here. What stat bonuses can I just possibly put on people? You now have nearly a 50 dodge. You are doing 14 to 28% damage and have a 17.5 critical. That's... God, that is nearly 1 in 6. No, actually, that'd be 1 in 6. Better than 1 in 6, actually. Alright, yeah, rest up. We might be ambushed here, but dear God.
In Radiance, may we find
will we
victory.
be fine with it? Onwards we go. Okay, the packs are empty. This has not been a loot-heavy experience thus far. We hope to change this.
The light, the promise of safety.
Why didn't we go first? Nothing here, and nothing on the scout report, so I might as well go round. Dodge the trap with the immense dodge skills we now have. And use a torch there. We haven't even gained any portraits. Every time we come here, we can come here seeking portraits and end with very little. Okay. Here we go then. In comes the bleed. Ha. Lower their bleed resistance as well. Does that make sense to me? Iron Swan at the back. 25 damage. Okay, so you're actually out now.
A dizzying blow to body and
that
brain.
was a crit there. And you are marked. But if we're going to be marked anyway, I might as well go for Retribution. Trot retreat. That pretty much changes nothing except putting you in range of Iron Swan. Do I want to go for the Blight? No, we'll go for those daggers. Just ensure that bleed resistance keeps going down. Because he now has 0. Bolster our defenses. This is a very good party. Okay, that's annoying. The good news is I built in ways of fixing this, but... Retribution.
A devastating blow.
Oh, that is a proper flanking. Could lunge forward. Could very definitely lunge forward. And have done so.
A decisive pummeling.
10 crit. Crunching backhand for a small amount of damage and a stun. Oh, we got to end this with finale.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
This had to be done. Okay, he's got the trap disarmament. It's probably you. 120% to the trap disarm. The contents are ours. That's a rarity, and we got some portraits. And we got a scout report. Okay, doesn't appear as if there is going to be a secret area this time, which is okay, I suppose. More heirlooms, good. Finally getting somewhere. Pile of bones. Should also really have changed the party up a little here. 2 food, 100, and we'll swap around. Also, might as well feed you up, actually. We've got plenty of food in reserve. You're back in position 1, you're back into there, you're back to there. Yeah, other than the Hellion, as I've said, other than the Hellion, this party can be in any formation, pretty much. And still kind of work. Alright, last scout report. Okay. I mean, it's possible the secrets are here, but it doesn't matter really. We're not that interested in if that happens. Somebody did mention... There we go. So it does tell me to trap disarms here, so I don't have to go into the menu. Yep, I do listen to your advice sometimes. Sometimes. It's often helpful, actually. But, dear God, do I forget a lot of the advice about this game. Right. Onwards. We have now completed the adventure. I'm just going to collect that because I might as well see what is down here. And in fact, I'm going to snuff out the torch for this.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Gained an extra 6 crests for doing that, so can't say it was entirely not worth it. 250 gold. I mean, it's not the greatest haul we've ever had from a mission, but it's enough, and it's what we wanted to do. We walked through the mission, no real stress, the party's been tested and works.
To be navigable.
Proven to test and work. Oh, these are really low reward. I've had better rewards from short missions, but plenty of heirlooms, plenty of crests, plenty of stuff and things. Okay, now let's hope we're not too many bad of these. Crockery to get a disease. Unholy Slayer. Okay, there's a few of those we probably wouldn't have wanted, but we'll see. I mean, the curiosity traits are annoying, but yeah. The party's still good. Provided we don't have a bad encounter with the collector, say, before that happens.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Okay, he's feeling weak with blood loss after that. Refuses to leave the bar. And you're refusing to leave the bar. Awesome. They obviously heard I want to send them into adventures. Alright, so not much I can do here. Crockery has to go and cure the runs, because that massively reduces his dodge chance. And then we did replace the ability we didn't want, which is the lower hit points. So I'm thinking here, we'll cure that. And then we'll cure Bertrador of the Yips. Because we don't want low accuracy here if we can avoid it. We prefer to have the accuracy boosted. So we have now a nice set of level 4s, and I think we're getting to the stage soon. Well, here's the thing. Is this party capable of killing a boss? Probably. Probably. Do I want to test that? Let's start considering it soon, I think. Also, I could have made that slightly cheaper on myself, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Blacksmith, we're miles away from anything significant, but here we are 3 away from being able to finally reduce that to maximum reduction. We'll be very close to getting Instructor Mastery as well, even though we're not going to need it until, I think, level 5. A level 5 party, which may not be as far off as I'm thinking. And also, I suppose, we do have to hire a new person. Obviously, I would really like a Hellion or just somebody who can do a lot of damage. And I suppose you technically qualify, but Weapon Tinker, Evasive. I I think we'll skip the extra party member for now, and we will consider. We shall definitely consider. So, I shall say until next time.